This is the Nintendo Famicom. Released in 1983 in Japan, it was the Japanese predecessor to the NES. And like the system, most of its games were exclusive to Japan. Today, I'm going to be reviewing one of those games. It's called Ultraman Club, Kaijuu Daikessen. So get ready to dive into the world of imported games. This is Ultraman Club, Kaijuu Daikessen. A name that rolls right off the tongue. Based off of a popular tokusatsu television show in Japan called Ultraman, and wait, what's happening here? What sort of twisted shit is this? Why are these guys crucified? I didn't think I was stepping into religious territory. Is that what Ultraman does to his enemies? He's a fucking sadist. Created by Eiji Tsuburaya, Ultraman first aired for Japanese viewers in 1966. It was a 39-episode show featuring our hero, Ultraman, who in the near future of 1990 is defending Earth from aliens and monsters. This show was a follow-up of Ultra Q, the first installment of the long-running Ultra series. It was then followed up by Ultra 7, as well as spin-offs, movies, and imitators. Ultraman had become a pop culture icon and eventually made its way to English viewers. With its long run and popularity, it comes to no surprise that there were a ton of video game adaptations, including some games being made all the way up to the PlayStation 2. Enough talk about the TV show, and let's talk about this game. Ultraman Kaijuu Daikessen, not to be confused with Godzilla Kaijuu Daikessen, which translates to Strange Beast Great War, is a side-scrolling action game developed by Tsuburaya Productions and published by Angel, or as we know them, Bandai. It was released exclusively in Japan for the Nintendo Famicom in 1992. It even spawned a sequel on the Famicom called Ultraman Club 2, Kyate Kita Ultraman. What's Japan's fascination with long titles? I mean, seriously. Choiniki Sianaru Protein Desetsu, aka Super Big Brother Legend of the Holy Protein. Castlevania Dracula X Rondo of Blood. .hack / GU Volume 1 / Rebirth. Naruto Shippuden Ultra Ninja Storm Evolution. Mermaid Melody Peachy Peachy Pitch Peachy Peachita Life Start. Super Robot Tyson OG Saga Endless Frontier Exceed. You should know Kusei ni Namaiki da, or in English, Holy Invasion of Privacy Badman. What did I do to deserve this? Oh no, oh fuck this, no, I'm done. Long titles aside, we only have one thing left to do. Pop this son of a bitch in and play it. Shit, this drive's in the way. I guess we're using the Yobo Famicom for this one. The game greets you with a goofy little title screen with Ultraman karate chopping an enemy. You get a cutscene where I assume it's giving you exposition on the game's storyline, but I don't know how to read Japanese, so, you know, who knows? Whoa, did you see that? Ultraman is booking it like he's got to take an insane shit. Uh-oh, poor bastard's been intercepted, and now is stuck talking to this asshole. Dude, let him go! He's got to take a shit so bad he's crossing his eyes. If you haven't noticed, the cutscenes have an anime style to them. You'll also notice that the cartoonish style is in-game as well. Looking at the graphics there, with the absence of the anime style, quite ordinary. Sprites are large and bulky, but have a decent amount of detail. The sprite size will become an issue later in the game. Ultraman has somewhat of a Riverside Ransom attack combo. He's able to deliver punches and kicks, then finishes it off with a huge chop. Ultraman also has special attacks. By pressing start, you can choose one of these attacks. Pressing up in the A button will activate your special attack, but you are limited to the number of uses. This is indicated by the blue bar below your health meter. Now let's talk about the gameplay. You play as Ultraman, side-scrolling to the end of the level. Of course, you'll come across platforming segments that will test your patience. And this is the first issue you're going to come across in this game. To me, it can make or break any game, and unfortunately, it breaks this one. Ultraman's sprite is too damn fat to maneuver in the environment around him. You'll be spending so much time watching him bang his head into platforms and being pushed down, just to climb back up and do it all over again. And this bullshit is prime example. Look at him, just banging his damn head into the screen's border. Did any of the developers test this and say, oh hey, maybe he doesn't fit? But it isn't the only thing making this game difficult. These controls. Oh my god, these controls. Easily the worst I've encountered. It's like trying to push a wet noodle upstream, with the responsiveness of a senior citizen's colon, and like a colon, in the end, all you get is shit. If you make it to a level boss, you'll get a little bit of a cutscene. This game is full of dialogue. And it just hit me. The developers are way more concerned with telling whatever story they're trying to tell, instead of just making a fun and playable game. Then these guys make it even more insane by giving you the token ice stage. Why? Did they really think these controls weren't fucked up enough as is? Every so often you'll be put into a Gradius style space shooter in between levels. This is the only time the controls don't bother me. It's a nice mini break from the shitty gameplay in the rest of this game. All the levels have the basic structure. You have your falling debris segments, your raising obstacle segments, enemies that shoot and enemies that charge, and those stupid fucking platforming sections in narrow corridors. Stupid fucking platforming. Music and sound quality is average. Nothing awful to the ears, but nothing really to get you pumped. Actually, a lot of the tracks sound like something out of a Wisdom Tree game. If you don't believe me, listen for yourself. Gameplay is basic, but it's terribly basic. Platforming is impossible with the stupid controls. As for the controls, like I said before, they're awful, slippery and loose with a very sluggish response time. You're going to be constantly falling off of platforms to the point you're going to throw the controller down and you're going to walk away. The graphics are probably the only positive thing about this game. And unfortunately, they aren't anything to write home about. If it weren't for the anime-like style, they'd be just like any other Famicom game. What's the final verdict? Fuck this game. On the outside, it looks like a fun side-scroller, but once you begin, it unravels into some sort of clumsy mess of poor controls and clunky sprite design. I don't recommend this game for anybody else other than a player looking for a challenge, rather than having fun. If you see it, I wouldn't waste my money. But if you want the ability to say that you've played Ultraman Club, Kaijuu Daikessen, then get it. It's the only reason to play it. And that's it, my review of Ultraman Club Kaijuu Daikessen. I hope you like what you saw, and if you did, don't be afraid to give me a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.